former Syrian President Bashar al-Assad, has been sentenced to death in absentia for war crimes. This landmark ruling signals a historic shift in legal accountability for one of the world's most controversial leaders. From the specific charges to the geopolitical fallout, here is everything you need to know. For over a decade, Syria was torn apart by a brutal civil war. What began as peaceful protests evolved into a globalized conflict, defined by systemic violence and widespread human rights abuses. For years, international bodies documented evidence of torture and chemical attacks attributed to the central government. As the regime's grip on power collapsed, a new judicial framework was established to hold former leaders accountable. Now, the courts are moving to prosecute those who orchestrated the violence. A Syrian court has sentenced former President Bashar al-Assad to death in absentia. The ruling follows extensive investigations into war crimes and systemic atrocities committed during his time in power. He was not the only official targeted. Former official Adif Najib was also sentenced to death for his role in the regime's actions. The court cited evidence of mass killings and the deliberate targeting of civilian populations. While the sentence remains symbolic, as long as the former president remains outside the court's jurisdiction, it marks a significant legal milestone for accountability. Legal experts say this ruling sets a critical precedent for the prosecution of other high-ranking officials involved in the conflict. The sentencing of former Syrian President Assad to death in absentia for war crimes marks a significant development in the pursuit of accountability. It sends a strong message that those responsible for heinous crimes will be held accountable. However, the reality of enforcing this sentence remains uncertain. The outcome of this verdict will likely be met with mixed reactions, with some hailing it as a victory for justice and others questioning its practical implications. As the situation unfolds, watch for reactions from the international community and potential next steps in the pursuit of justice. A former head of state sentenced to death in absentia for war crimes. The question now is whether this verdict leads to actual enforcement or remains a symbolic gesture. What do you think happens next? Let us know in the comments. Subscribe for more breaking updates.